Mooney VR46 Ducati. I'm not so sure that Marco Bezzecchi will be happy to share his data with this man on Ducati
with him.
Next year, but another high-profile team manager who is 0% surprised about the pace of this man, Marc Marquez. As we build up to sort of what the last hour and 15 minutes or so on this Valencia test, I've just got this feeling as the sun shines overhead that there's going to be parts of this last hour, Lewis, that are going to feel like a Q2 on Saturday morning. Soft tyres, time attacks getting thrown at it. Who can just strike a psychological blow going into the winter break? Well,
Maverick Vinales just gave it a good go. He's just improved to second place now and split the Marquez brothers, the Grassini teammates. He's done a 1:29.467. So Maverick Vinales, who's often the star of winter testing, as we mentioned earlier on, is now up into second place. So it's Ducati Aprilia, Ducati Aprilia, Ducati, the top six at the moment, which I'm sure will please that man. Gigi Dall'Igna, Joan Mir 7th on the first of the Hondas, Augusto Fernandez first of the Pira Mobility Group machines, the RC16 for the Gas Factory Racing Technical Squad in 8th. Enea Bastianini is 9th from Jorge Martin in 10th, and the first of the two Yamahas is Fabio Quartararo, who's got a 1:30.214. 7/10 off the pace in 11th. His teammate Alex Rins has kept his mileage to a minimum this afternoon. He's just done the 35 laps today. The bulk of those were this morning. Rins is 21st.
Just a funny little tweet lately, last 20 minutes or so from the Repsol Honda team, referencing the fact that Joan Mir out on that aero and blocking our rear camera. Repsol Honda just tweeted, "Sorry about the onboard camera view. We'll get you back, don't worry." But we don't forget Honda's new aero blocking out our view of a Joan Mir lap around the Ricardo Tormo circuit. As that's lap 44 in the books now for Marc Marquez, and he runs in wide through the first corner. So Marquez, Vinales, Alex Marquez, Ralph Fernandez, Bezzecchi, Bagnaia, the top 6 riders, all 6 of them in the 129s. Just for a quick reference, Marquez is 1:29.460. That is about half a second away from Vinales' all-time lap record set in that sensational Q2 lap time here last weekend. Marquez's qualifying time, his fastest in Q2 on Super Saturday, was a 1:29.275. So in time attack mode on the factory Honda 3 or 4 days ago, he was only a couple of tenths faster than what he's been so far today on the Ducati.
Marc Marquez running on there at turn number 1. We haven't seen the customary Marc Marquez saves today. I guess he might feel he's on a motorcycle now where he doesn't need to pull off those kind of saves because he's able to ride up to the limit and not past it, which he had to on many occasions on board the Honda. His now teammate Alex Marquez spoke last winter that from jumping off the Honda to the Ducati as he did this time last year, that the Ducati gave him such good feedback and he was able to understand where the limit was and work his way up to it. And if there was a snap coming, he knew it was coming, rather than the Honda, which would sometimes catch you a little bit by surprise. So Marc Marquez is in that luxurious position now.
Well, remember this very test, what, just over a year ago, where Marc Marquez was eagerly anticipating quite a radically different and improved, much improved Repsol Honda, and it didn't come. He packed up early, didn't he? He was really frustrated. He said, "No, you can park that one."
We'll not win the championship with this
bike. Didn't he say, "Yeah, you will not win the World Championship with this bike"? And then he had to share a car back home with younger brother Alex, who just had a very successful Ducati debut. And you wonder even back then whether there was just a few early sort of sowing the seed of doubt in Marc's mind, listening to the comments of Alex going, "Hey mate, you got no chance on that Honda fighting these guys on the Ducati." Back with Marquez, that's going to be the 4th, 5th, 6th time over the last couple of hours or so where he's been super rapid in the third sector. Another best T1 for the number 93. Been a pretty good T2 as well, as now he flicks the Ducati through turn 10. Into 11 we go before you start building up speed and momentum again. We'll just stay with Marquez for this current lap. We'll drop down to pit lane very, very shortly. Factory Yamaha boss Maya Morigali waiting to speak to Simon Crafar, but we are going to stick with Marc Marquez as he gets the power on, spinning up that Michelin rear tyre through the 200 kilometers an hour, turn 13. And now this surely is going to be another best time coming in from the Spanish rider. We track him over the line now. It is. Lap 46 of 46 is a 1:29.424. They can just about sort of contain the smiles, can't they? The sort of, you know, those grins where you know you're watching something special, but you don't really want to quite let on about just how happy you are inside Gresini Racing. Now then, Fabio Quartararo mentioned over the course of the weekend that this was a huge day for Yamaha in terms of their prep for 2024 after what's been their first winless season in Motogp for 20 years. They've come with an array of new parts. More to come, of course, when we resume testing in Sepang in February. How's it been going down the factory Yamaha garage? I'd like to say Mario Meregali joined Simon to tell us.
You're right, Yamaha have brought a lot of parts to this test that are visible, and I'm sure more that aren't. Mayo, can you run through for us what your three riders, you know, with Carl, your two factory riders, are working on today?
Yeah, okay. Mainly, I will talk about Fabio, that he has more work on his schedule, and basically we divided the bike or the job in three. One is the early bike, is really our priority. Then we have a new chassis, and also we have a little updated engine compared Misano to evaluate. And so far we are quite satisfied about the aerodynamics. This for us was the first time that we were trying this configuration, and we only got not big difference, but in any case positive information, and we are satisfied because it means that the path we took is correct, even though we have to be very careful because with this wind it's very difficult also to upload every lap, because the wind changes every lap, and it's really a lot about also the feeling of the rider. Then we did, now Fabio is evaluating the new chassis, and we are just waiting for his first feedback. And about the engine, yeah, we saw that when we switch from the current one to the new one, we gain a couple of kilometers per hour, and it's okay. It is just another information that we were looking for. In this test, it's really important for us to try to gather information in all these sectors, because there is nothing decided yet. So it is just about is this direction right, yes or not, and this is the information that in Japan are really looking for.
I'm just curious, as we know, it's not just about top speed, acceleration, but also the delivery, you know, to look after that rear tire. And was there no negative from anyone?
No, so far no. The problem is we don't know if it is because the wind, maybe the dust of the wind, or maybe because yesterday they ride with Pirelli, but the tire degradation that we are having today is definitely worse compared to the entire weekend. So we don't know the others if they are facing the same problem, but it's really strange because during the weekend we never had this kind of tire degradation, mainly on the rear.
We just saw Alex Rins head out. Oh, there goes Fabio, yeah, on another bike now. I just saw Alex Rins head out for the first time, I believe. I didn't see him earlier, with the new configuration, like exhaust, aero, etc. Does he always have, also have the chassis, does he also have the engine to have a look at?
Yeah. Alex doesn't have the chassis because we only have one, and for us it was really important for him to get used on our bike, and also we try to, you know, to get the first feeling after the first few laps, because then they get used, and we ask some difference between his previous bike, and for us this information for sure are going to be useful. Overall, the feeling he had with the bike is good. He just modify a bit the position in order to be more comfortable on the bike. And yeah, if I have to say something that he was suffering a bit more is the wheeling. But now that is out with the new aero package, I'm expecting that the feeling will get better.
Mayo, thank you for talking to us now in detail, but also thanks for talking to us all year. Really appreciate, and best of luck.
Thank you very much, and see you in Sepang.
We will see you in Sepang, Mayo. No question about that. Thanks, Siren. Thanks to Maya Merigali then. So plenty of new parts and new components for Fabio Quartararo, certainly to evaluate. Fabio at the moment 12th with a 1:30.214. Maverick Vinales' gate crashing the party, isn't he? Just taken over at the top of the timesheets with a 1:29.253.